ordinary portraiture, and if we want to look at some of the details here, look at the nose, look at the eyes. This figure would have originally worn a wig, probably, and it's, you know, her high cheekbones are very characteristic, and then the mouth itself and the very sensitive chin. Fantastic carving, done in limestone, very soft limestone. I mean, ultimately, this was robbed. Now let's go a little closer here to look at some of the parts of this. This is what we call a section drawing, and there you can see the original mastaba. That's probably what the ancient Egyptians used, the royalty used, for many hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Lines. Now let me give you an example of chords. If I play a series of pitches, one on top of the other simultaneously, now you have a sense of a single event, a single point in time, but you are aware of more than one pitch being sounded at the same time. All right. Now, pitches can also be grouped together so that they sound simultaneously. And in that case now you have a vertical type of shape.
Looking at below your waist, you really can't see your hands. If you're standing up like this, unless you really look down, and then if you look down, you're away from your field. So hold your hands, keep them out in front of you. That way you know that you've kept things where they need to be.
Look on the overhead, let's see, at the quality of the, see, this paper is 145 years old. You see how flexible it still is? See how white it is? Right? So this is probably cotton paper made either by hand or by the new machines that were available by 1845.
Like that, yeah. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, this is Allie from Auburn.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Or I should say Lewiston. I have a question for you. You're saying that the government borrows from one person to, or one company or whatever to pay another one.
Yes.
There are taxes. Aren't they borrowing from us?
Yeah, we're the lenders, but not with the taxes.
I don't understand that.
Well, these are two separate things. The government, just as if you hold a job, the money that you get paid is what you use to pay your bills. The U.S. government doesn't hold a job. What the U.S. government does is it taxes us, and that's where it gets its money to pay its bills. Hi.
Hi, Brenda from Calais.
Oh, Brenda from Calais. How are you? Listen to what Brenda writes. It says, Brenda, you should send an apple along, too. I plan to maintain a grade level of A, so with your help, I am determined. And I want to know exactly what I can do to help out. Brenda, I don't know. I want to help if I can, but I don't know what I have to do.
Mainly, teach me what's in this book.
Well, I'm not here to teach. I'm here to help you. You're there to learn.
Certain areas that you're going to study, because you have to have some kind of a focus, and then make a plan of some sort to follow.
Yeah, that's an approach. That's exactly what we're getting at, that you do want to take a look at various aspects of culture and organize your thinking about it so that you can go and do the study, you know, and you can put it in some meaningful form. And, yes, caller, do you want to add something to this?
Yes, wouldn't you also include heritage and traditions?
Okay, that's possible. How would you go about doing that, though? Observation.
Hello.
Hello.
Caller online.
Yes, you are.
This is Rhoda from Sanford.
Hi.
How about taking it from the point of view of the different social institutions?
Aha, that's where I thought Bertie was going. In fact, tying it into the call from Belfast, I thought that's where we were going. And that's a very common way. I think that's probably the most popular way.
Is not mechanical. That's one of the appealing factors about a human performance. So electronically generated performances try to incorporate that human factor that's so appealing into the performances.
Aesthetic question then. It's fine technically, and it's a great technical breakthrough, but is it music?
The comment was made, this does get into aesthetics. If something is technically correct or perfect, but is it music? That's a question that professional musicians grapple with constantly.
I'll tell you what's an interesting phenomenon. If you haven't done this yet, you try to get kids involved, and they're scared to do it. They don't understand why you're even asking. They think you're a scam. Like, come on, you don't want my opinion? Come on, who are you trying to kid?
The administrators, it's like you're robbing the cradle almost to a certain degree.
And the issue does become a power one. I mean, and again, I mentioned that right in the beginning, and power is such an overused word. It's not like the good against evil that we hear about power.
What else? How about some of your other sites? What other logical arguments could you use? Yes, Paul.
Yeah, it's the technology. In other words, when many of these descriptions were written, the technology available versus what we have today. Again, the quality, and that interferes with the quality of measurements, the skill of the persons making the measurements.
Hey, good point. All right? Paul actually brought up two logical arguments. Dick, let me get Farmington. You build that question up. Farmington, Doug, go ahead.
One thing that's a problem going along with the gentleman from Portland there was he was saying that the contractor should hire a surveyor.
Saying many, many times, Portland, got a question.
Yeah, would it be a fair thing to assume that when the landowner who's going to build a garage, to get back to that burr, I guess, if they go out and they see your cap and it's got your name and your registration number on it, is it fair for them? Is that there so that they will call you and say, hey, I'm using one of your points. I'm going to build a garage, and at which point you.
All right, bye. All right, folks, you have done me in today with these questions. I think we'll call it quits for today, and we will continue on. Start fresh. A little behind, but in good form at 8:30 on Monday morning, and I hope that you will all have a good weekend. And if you have any questions, Bob and I have a few extra minutes now. We'll be happy to field them. Thank you very much.